ultimate test of pop culture, nostalgia, and everyday facts that might surprise you. All you have to do is put things in the right order, and you could win more than $15,000. Here to play with us today is Tito. He's a senior mobile expert from Caracas, Venezuela. Bridget, a dentist from Granite City, Illinois. Jennifer is a professional cosplayer from Cumming, Georgia. And Ben, a staff sergeant in the U.S. Air Force Reserve from Fayetteville, Georgia. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming to play with us. Now that we've met our players, let's start the game. Our first line is worth $2,400. Let's see what we're playing. This one's called TV Catchphrases. Put these classic TV catchphrases in order by when the series they're in first premiered, from the earliest to the most recent. I'll put the first catchphrase up. And it's Bazinga from The Big Bang Theory. That, of course, started on TV in 2007. Tito, you are up first with this line. Here is your TV catchphrase.
To combat the scourge of
Did I do all that's before Big Bang Theory? Final answer.
Did I do that? From Purple on Family Matters.
We're calling it the Great American Recovery Initiative.
Definitely no Big
I'm
Bang
grateful
Theory.
to be joined by co-chairs of the sweeping new effort, Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and Senior Advisor to the White House, Great American Recovery Initiative, Catherine.
Big Bang Theory. Final answer.
Bridget, you got
Oh, I know this one. It's between Family Matters and Big Bang Theory. Final answer.
I am thinking it was before Family Matters. I was a young person. So before Family Matters. Let's see if you're right. When did Friends start on television?
Thanks as well to Attorney General Pam Bondi, Secretary Doug Burgum, Secretary Scott Turner, Bobby. We had a good morning, and now we're having a good evening, and we're going to a premiere in a little while. But there's nothing more important than what we're doing right now, in my opinion. Today, I'm signing a historic executive order to combat the scourge of addiction and substance abuse. Big deal in this country and probably in the country. We're calling it the Great American Recovery Initiative. I'm grateful to be joined by co-chairs of the sweeping new effort, Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and Senior Advisor to the White House, Great American Recovery Initiative, Catherine Burgum. Thank you both very much.
Thank you, sir.
Dad.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Who's Bobby? Bobby. Hello, Bobby. Come here. I love Bobby. You're doing a great job, Catherine. All right. Do we think so? Who's doing a better job, him or your husband? I'm not going to pay the husband. He's doing a good job.
I'm just getting started.
They're both doing very well. Now you're going to do better than both of them. Thanks as well to Attorney General Pam Bondi, Secretary Doug Burgum, Secretary Scott Turner, Secretary Doug Collins,
That means you're out of
Special
money on this
Envoy
one, but we'll be back to you
Steve
with more.
Witkoff, who's got
Jennifer,
some
you're up
good
next.
news.
Here comes your TV catch.
Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, FDA Commissioner Dr. Mona McCary, NIH Director Dr. J. Bhattacharya.
Masha. Oh, I know this one before Family Matters. Final answer.
Medicare and
Okay,
Medicaid
I
Services.
don't think I've ever seen a
Dr.
Brady Bunch.
Memedov is doing a
But something
fantastic
tells me
job.
that
Director of
this
the
one
Office
is
of
before
National
Family
Drug
Matters
Control
on mine.
Policy, Sarah
Okay, let's see
Carter.
if you're right.
I also
When did
want
Brady Bunch hit
to
TV?
introduce a great friend
Yes.
who happened to be here and is very much committed to this and knows how important it is. Our country has built a tremendous
Yabba dabba do. Oh, I know this one before the Brady Bunch. Final
So
answer.
weather tech, I guess you've seen the ads. I've seen the ads. I think they're great ads. But more importantly, it's a great product. David McNeil, congratulations on what you've done. It's incredible.
Good. Yes.
President of WeatherTech, Ryan Granger. Ryan, congratulations. What a great job. They built an American company and it's a thriving company too.
Each line is worth money, and the players who correctly place their items with the
You know, when I
cash.
was in the private
At the
sector,
end of
there
4
was one
lines, the two
tour
of you
I
with the
did
most
that
money
was
will move one
now that
step
I'm
closer to
president,
taking
I
that
no
money
longer have to
home.
buy
So let's
formats,
get
but
some
you
more
made a
money in
great
your bank.
format.
Our next line is
You
worth
still do lots of
$3,000, and this one's called
Many of those with me today have
Arrange these
personally
colleges
known
and
the heartache
universities
of a loved
by their
one taken by drug or
undergraduate
alcohol
acceptance
addiction.
rate
I do.
from lowest to
Just like
highest,
millions
according
of
to US
American
News and World
families,
Report.
every year
And
we
this
lose
does
an estimated 300,000 people to drug and alcohol abuse. And the real number is probably much, much higher than that.
Acceptance rate.
Thankfully,
He
drug
also has
overdose
Bulldog as
deaths
their mascot,
plummeted
and
by
he's been their mascot
21% in the
since
last year. We're working
1890.
very hard on
Bridget,
it.
you go first, and here comes
We've
your college or university.
Closed the southern border, seized over
Texas
47
A&M
million
University.
pills and 10,000 pounds of fentanyl powder. That's a record. And I have formally designated Dr. And I'll tell you what, we have a group of doctors, some of them behind me, who have just been incredible. And
That's gotta be after Yale University. Final
cartels
answer.
and foreign terrorist organizations.
You got Texas
And
A&M.
for some reason, they didn't want to do that
Is
until we came along,
higher
but
than
they
the
are
You
indeed
didn't even hesitate.
foreign
Why did you
terrorist
say that?
organizations. With our action in the
the
Gulf of America, that sounds so nice
Okay,
when I
that's
hear the Gulf
fantastic.
of
They're the
America.
Aggies, right?
Drugs
All right,
entering our
okay. What
country
is the
by sea are
acceptance for the Aggies?
97%. So we
Yes.
see these boats being hit. Those boats kill on average 25,000 people a boat.
It's yours, Jennifer.
So that's
Let's see what college you got.
25,000, I would assume mostly
U.S.
American
Naval
lives
Academy.
being saved. Now we're taking a bold action to help Americans struggling with all forms of addiction so they can get the help and the support that they need to free themselves from the horrible burden of dependency.
Let's say between Yale
The Great
University
American
and Texas
Recovery
A&M.
Initiative will bring together federal, state, local, and private sector resources to support addiction, recovery, treatment, and prevention. And it will help mobilize the full resources and authority of the federal government to help stop this tremendous plague. And I'd now like to invite Secretary Kennedy to start, and then Catherine Bergen, and then I'll sign the order, which I just signed. And,
Yes.
Senator John McCain, astronaut Alan Shepard, all
Let's give
graduated
it a
from the
10.
Naval Academy. And you were
For
fine on
Catherine.
this one, Jennifer.
But
All right,
I'd
Mr.
like
Air
Bobby
Force,
to say a
then
few
we've got
words
the
in
next
Catherine.
school.
Thank you very much.
If it's the Air Force Academy, that'll be
Mr. President, thank you for your
even
leadership.
Illinois State University.
That tells the truth about one of the greatest challenges that our country faces. Addiction is not a
I'm
moral.
gonna say after
failure.
Texas A&M. Final answer.
So what do you think, Ben? Where does it go?
I think
For too
Arizona
long,
State
our
goes
nation has
after
responded to
Texas A&M.
fragmentation,
Okay, let's see if you're right.
stigmatization, and
That is correct.
science.
They
Today, President Trump
full
changes
scholarship and they won the
that.
national
American
championship.
Recovery Initiative
ASU at 90%. You're also in the money on this one. Tina, we're back to you with the
Across
last
healthcare,
comments.
law
Let's see what you got.
enforcement, housing,
Harvard
labor,
University.
faith communities in the private sector to save lives, restore families, and rebuild communities that addiction has
I'm
hollowed
gonna say
out.
before Yale University.
Nearly
Final
50 million
answer.
Americans suffer from substance abuse disorder.
Because
Many never
Yale and
receive
Harvard are
treatment,
pretty
even more don't
they're
believe that it's possible.
So
That is not
I
because
would
recovery
say
doesn't work, it's because our
that
systems
Harvard
have failed to
goes
reach the people where they
before
are
you.
early enough,
Okay, before
long
you.
enough,
Let's see if
and
you're
with
right.
dignity.
What's the acceptance rate
This
at Harvard?
initiative fixes that.
Yes. That is the other round one.
Report honestly to the American people. We will use evidence-based care, modern science, and continuous support, just as we do.
So
for
let's get
heart
some more of your bank.
disease,
This is line number
diabetes,
3.
and
It's worth
other chronic illnesses.
$3,600.
We will
And this time
focus
we're
on
playing
prevention before
fitness
addiction
fads.
takes
Fitness
hold.
fads
We
is
will
the next
intervene
line.
Fitness fads in order by when they
We
first
will
debuted,
expand
from
access
the
to
earliest to the
treatment
most
that leads to
recent.
real
The first fitness
long-term
fad up.
recovery.
It's
And we
gonna
will
be the
support
Time
reentry
master.
because
The
recovery
lovely
does not
Suzanne
end when treatment
Summers.
ends.
She said she had a
It
thyroid
succeeds when
She
people
said she had
return
one
to
in
their
her car.
families, their
She
jobs,
had
and their
one next to her
communities
bed.
with
So
purpose and with hope.
Suzanne Summers did very
As
well.
co-chair of
Master
this
in
initiative
1990. Jennifer, you look so excited
alongside
about this one.
Catherine,
Yes, I
whose
love
leadership
fitness. I
and
work
commitment
out with Jim
strengthens this
Gurley.
work
Okay,
by
so
wage
this
urgency,
makes me
accountability,
excited.
and honesty.
Let's see what one you got.
Catherine and
Because
I
that
share
is-
the
What's
experience
in
of
the
having been
oldies?
addicted and long-term recovery. But almost everybody in this room and almost everybody in our country has been touched by addiction. Steve Witkoff, who is
That's
here,
gotta be before Time Master. Final answer.
Richard
was a
Simmons,
superstar
when did
boy,
that
a
begin?
straight A
Okay,
student,
well,
an
in the
athlete,
name, it kind of makes me
and-
feel like this
and
one's gonna be
and a wonderful
a little
leader.
older.
And lost that
I know my mom would love
addiction.
this. She loves everything
President
older.
Trump has
So I'm
talked
gonna
about
say
his
this
own
fad
families
is before
who have to
Thymaster.
struggle with addiction.
When did Richard
All
Simmons
this
start
are
to the
touches,
oldies?
touches these balls.
Yes.
Fitness videos
Who is
during his career. He
compassionate
was an
about the
athletes guy
families
too.
who
You were
lose
in the money
children
on this
to
one,
this
Jennifer?
disease.
Here comes
100,000
your
children a
fitness
year
fad.
until he's now it's
Just eyes.
those families are devastated forever. And the cost of it to our country, not only in dollars, but in just the malaise and the
To say
destruction.
before spicy oldies file answer.
We are going to listen to states, localities, frontline providers, and tribal nations. We will partner with communities and faith-based organizations. We will work with employers, recovery leaders, and all works on the ground.
Yes.
President Trump has already acted decisively securing the border against drugs,
See if you know anything about the
signing the whole fentanyl act, strengthening treatment
Swedish
programs,
sauna.
expanding access to naloxone, medication-assisted treatments, and investing billions in prevention and recovery. This executive order builds on that record and accelerates it. Recovery is not a side issue, it's an economic issue, a workforce issue, a family issue, a national security issue. When Americans recover, communities grow stronger.
Let's say between Jazzercise and spicy oldies file answer.
Addiction with courage and setting in place reclaim the promise of our country. This initiative is about life, it's about responsibility, and it's about building a great American recovery together. This is executive order and the major announcements that I will announce next week. We are taking decisive action.
Oh, it's correct. Oh, it's not it. Shake weights.
She's on your side, you know that? She's great. And I was thank you for being here, we appreciate it. Catherine, please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Let's say after trimester final answer.
That is definitely more recent. I remember teasing my children about this. So this is after trimester.
But also, I think
Let's see if you're right. When does shake weight come out?
Melania Trump for her leadership.
Yes.
Where early trauma and
The
instability
two of you
are
host
often
money will be
consequences
moving
of
on. Right now, we've got
disease.
Jennifer and Bridget in the
Addiction
lead.
stops
And
this
Tito, your
administration
tie
in
is
real
runner up.
profound
And this
ways.
next line is worth
President Trump openly
$4,200.
spoke about your brother
Everybody's got a
Fred,
chance. Lots
who
can
struggled with
change.
addiction,
Our
shaped
final
your
line is called
life and your
And
understanding.
Nancy Myers film.
Susie Wiles carries the lived experience of her father, the late great Pat Summerall, whose recovery journey became a source of hope
to
for
the most
millions.
recent. The first
Vice
film we put
President
up
Vance
is
has shared his story
The
of
Parent Trap.
his
Parent
battle
Trap came out
and
in
recovery.
1998.
And as
And
Secretary
Lindsay Lohan's
Kennedy just
characters are
said,
named
brings his
Annie
own
and
lived
Hallie because those are
experience.
the names of
Proof
Nancy
that
Myers'
recovery is
daughters.
not
All
theoretical.
right, you get the first
It is
film on this
possible.
one, Ben. Let's see what you
These
got.
stories matter because they are not
Something's
isolated.
gotta give.
They reflect the reality of the over 190
Oh, I know this
million
one.
Americans
After the Parent Trap final answer.
who are impacted in some way by the disease of addiction.
I love the Parent Trap.
And I am one of them. I started drinking in high school. I was a blackout drinker from the start. For 20 years I
Where is
struggled,
something's gonna give Bill on one?
relapsing constantly.
Yes.
Here comes your Nancy Myers movie.
I reached a point where I truly
The
did not
Holiday.
believe there was one single reason for me to keep living, and I was suicidal at the end of my drinking.
That's gotta be after something's gotta give final answer.
I didn't have faith. I wasn't religious.
I think
But
I know
something
what
in
movie
me
it is,
said
but
I
I'm
should
not
ask for help.
completely sure.
And out loud to no one, because it was
Too
just me.
sure.
I said, I don't know if anyone
I
is
think it's
there,
Came
but I
out
need help.
before.
And that was the day I
Before the
became
Parent
sober.
Trap. All right, let's see if you're right. When did
15
The
years
Holiday come out?
later, I found myself somehow standing.
Yes.
But I was asking people to share their stories.
It's oh, I know this one. After it's the holiday final
So
answer.
people would reach out for help and more lives would be saved. And today I'm standing here in this incredibly beautiful Oval Office.
Okay.
If not for the
After
grace
Holiday.
of
When
God,
did
I would
It's
not be
Complicated
alive
come
today
out?
with over 20 years.
Yes. Father the bride.
Mr. President, I also want to thank you for allowing me to stand here with you
Let's say
today.
between,
I
no,
wasn't
before the Parent Trap
expecting
final
this.
answer. Before the Parent Trap.
I haven't seen a lot of these, unfortunately.
And nearly a decade later, the crisis remains in many ways.
It is complicated right here and right
Not
now.
because we lack compassion,
gonna
not because
say
we lack effort, but because we
that
never fully
his
align
father
our
is the
system
bride.
with the truth. addiction is not a moral
say
failure. It's
that it
not a
goes-
character flaw, and it's not simply a behavioral issue.
My gut is
Addiction is a
telling me it's
lifelong,
gonna go
chronic,
after it's
relapsing
complicated,
medical
so I'm
disease,
gonna lock that in.
as
After it's
real
complicated.
as diabetes,
But let's see if you're right.
cancer,
Where does this
and
one go on the line?
And when we
Yes, yes.
consequences, emergency rooms, jails, foster care, overdose deaths, and broken families. The Great American Recovery changes that. This initiative represents a fundamental shift from reaction to
And your
prevention,
choices are
from fragmentation
food for
to
thought,
coordination,
or
from
with
stigma to
age comes
science,
wisdom.
from short-term
I
fixes
guess
to
that if we do,
long-term
we're gonna have to
recovery.
go food for thought.
And for the first
Food for
time,
thought
we're aligning
is,
federal
was this
leadership across
food-related
health, justice,
invention
labor, housing,
created
veterans,
before or
social
after the one
services,
on the line?
the faith
I'll put
office,
the
and
first
education around
And we're
one
gonna start with the tin
single
pan.
shared
The tin
truth.
pan was invented in
Treated early
30
and
seconds, and
correctly,
it begins when I
people
reveal the next item.
recover and
Good luck.
families heal.
Pirates
Addiction is a
After.
generational disease.
Yes.
And if you don't treat it
After.
properly, it repeats
Before.
from parent to child,
Nope.
from
After.
community to community. And when we treat it like a lifelong condition,
Yes.
that the
Before.
condition is, we stop that cycle.
Nope.
We
Before.
save lives, we restore families, we rebuild communities,
Nope.
we return
Before.
to the dignity, purpose, and productivity.
Before.
Yes.
President,
After.
we're seeing this moment clearly.
Yes.
With your
After.
leadership and Great American Recovery Initiative, we're
Yes.
establishing
Yes.
an new national response to the disease of addiction, including treatment and care as well as other forms of
in your
disease.
bank. Great
With
job.
this framework
Jennifer,
of
what that means is
treatment,
you need 14 correct
recovery
answers to
is
win.
not the exception.
And your final
It is
line
the
is, with
expectation.
age comes wisdom. For each activity is the minimum age of fitness in the United States. Is to vote. Minimum age is 18. You've got 30 seconds. So again, when I reveal the next item. Good luck. Sign up for Instagram.
Before. Lower. Yes.
Play in the NBA.
Low. Higher. Yes.
Amazing.
Before. Lower.
Become a U.S. Senator.
Higher. Yes.
Gamble at Vegas.
Lower.
Most successful business people.
Yes.
I saw him
Higher.
US.
campaigning, great governor,
Yes.
two-term governor.
Compete
Lower.
with the driving.
He was
Yes.
did a fantastic
Higher.
job.
Higher.
And he
Yes.
did a great job in
Oh, you did
Montana.
great,
He's a
but you
very
didn't
big
quite
part of
get
it.
there.
I see it. It's just really one of the fantastic couples. So I appreciate it. What a beautiful job.
Let's see what they are.
And
First
I'm
up,
gonna
we've got
give
the
this to you,
Shift
and
Cam Selfie Stick and
you can figure
Tripod.
out what you're gonna do with Blondie.
O'Neill Kelsey Crochet Cover-Up.
But let's have a good picture of the two of them and everyone else. And I'd like to ask Steve Whitcuff also to say a couple of
And
words
Fun
while
Boy
we're finished
Leisure Island
because
Clover Water Hammock.
he's a
Those
very
are your five
special
items.
person.
And up here, I've now got five prices, the exact prices, you just have to match the item and price. But once you link the two, you can't change your mind, they're locked in.
Okay.
Which would you like
Please,
to place first?
The adult paint night.
The adults
I've
paint
done a lot
night
of this,
is
not the adult one, but I've done classes like that, and
Thank you very much.
it can be expensive, so I'm gonna do that at $5.99.
adults paint night is $599.
And the water hammock, I think would
The person
be
that's doing the,
400.
One hammock is $100.
This is where it gets complicated, because Corkscrew is a famous brand, Corkscrew, so they charge a
I
lot
want to tell
more
a story
for it.
about this. So I came to the opioid
I'm gonna
conference,
do
and the president did not know I was coming.
$20
so I was
for
Say
invited.
$20 for the corkscrew.
And he leaned over, saw me.
The selfie stick is $75. The cover up is $59.
selfie stick is $59.
Why I was there, because I lost my son
And
Andrew.
cover up is
Uh-uh.
The president was an
$75 for
incredible
the cover,
friend.
okay.
When
So
I
here's the
lost
line you've built.
I
Take
lived
a
in
look,
this
what do you
building
think, as you look at
at
it? Is that a
502
winner?
Park.
We hope so.
We hope so, we absolutely hope so.
I talked about
Bridget,
this all
it's
the
time to
time.
find out if you're gonna be in here
So
with
he took my hand,
10,250. Let's see
And
if
he
you
said to
built the
me,
perfect
come
line.
on up to the stage
Let's start
and
with
tell the
corkscrew,
world
is
about
that
your
$20?
boy. And of course, that was,
Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
something that was really meaningful to me, but
Let's check out those selfie sticks.
and I
Was it
grew it.
$59?
I talk about it all the time. I talked about it on the
Yes.
campaign.
No.
He's a very special man.
Let's keep going in this direction. Is
A
the
guy
crochet
who led the
cover
fight
for
against
$75?
opioid addiction and alcoholism, and that's what I feel like we sort of bonded from that day.
You're down to the last two, one of which you were really
Just my
confident
blessing to
about.
work for you, so.
If this is right, you're going home with $10,250.
A group of people helped and others helped. Steve.
No, there's not.